It's not like I don't love my family or I don't want to go back. I just love where I am right now. So that kind of saddened the dad and the uncle. Then the Prophet took the hand of Zayd and asked the men to follow him. They went out at the Kaaba, and the Prophet declared that from now on, he's not Zayd ibn Haritha, but rather Zayd ibn Muhammad. And he became his son. Another companion named Abu Khudafa also adopted a slave boy named Salim, and he became Salim ibn Abu Khudafa. They migrated to Medina, and the ayah in Surah Ahzab came down about adoption, that they should return back to their family names. It is now haram to adopt someone and give them your name rather than the name of their father. So all of them went back to their normal names. They returned to Zayd ibn Haritha. Salim also went back to Salim, the name of
I don't know how we're getting here, please. So
now I'm just gonna go up for
Miss,
you to understand.
please, it's monologuing a little bit. So do you agree with child marriage? Yes or no? So we can move on to the next topic. Do you agree with child marriage?
Bola.
Do you agree with child marriage?
But I explained that part. I think we were done on that part.
Yeah, no, give us a final conclusion. I want to conclude before we move on to the next topic.
That's the reason why
Do
I have
you
that
agree
on
with
my
child
screen.
marriage?
Can you put that thing on my screen? The thing
that we've read it. We can all read. I'm asking you a final question. Do you agree with child marriage?
If the marriage of the child is regarding the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, yes, I agree about it. If it's the kids nowadays, I don't agree about it. Halas. Can we move now?
Well, no, no. That's not an answer, Damochi. Do you not think so? It's almost like saying you're a married bachelor. That's a contradiction. So now I'm going to ask you again. I don't care whether it's nowadays. I don't care whether it's today, because apparently, according to your religion, Islam is for all times, all places, everywhere, eternal.
Not, you know, from the Quran, there are certain verses that are abrogated.
Excuse me, madam. Please, final answer. Do you agree with child marriage?
You want me to say yes? To something.
Yes, it's a yes or a no question. Okay, one second. Spirituality. Do you agree with child marriage?
No.
Damochi, do you agree with child marriage?
100% no.
Ukti, do you agree with child marriage? She left.
Because she agrees with child marriage.
She agrees with it, yes.
You are a 28.
Stockholm syndrome.
You know, brother and sister, if you claim that your religion is timeless, because they are claiming that it is timeless, you cannot say from children from now on, it's not suitable to marry them. You cannot apply that. It's stupid. It is contradictional. It's saying that you want to measure from both sides so you get your right. No, you can't.
Spirituality. I'm not sure you guys, if you caught up on what she said that Allah refused to allow Aisha give birth because she was not fit to give birth. So Allah knew that girl was too young to be married off.
Yeah.
She just didn't want to sound like she doesn't agree because of Prophet, basically. She's just defending Islam. That's it.
You know what the thing is? I get, like, normally I get not emotional, but since I have my experience and nobody helped me because of this event, nobody helped me because they just said it is normal. In our religion, this is normal. And I had to have the chance if I want to marry my rapist. And you know why they gave me a chance? Just because I live in the Netherlands. If I would live in a country that I could not say anything, they would just marry me with my rapist. Come on, please. You are a woman. How can you defend this? Because if someone would rape you, you will shout it out as a grown woman.
Grape. The spirituality. Say grape because of TikTok. Grape. Say grape. Instead of the R word.
If you like, you're a grown woman, 28, you say, if someone now would do things with you that you would not agree on, you know what it does with your mental health, with your emotional health, with your physical body? You know what that does?
You see the thing is,
and we're not saying that it was okay. Shame on you.
Sometimes we're not quick to call out women, because when you think about this, if it was sorry. If it was a man that said that, everybody would have been saying PDF. But we need to realize that PDF is not only a man's behavior. We also have women PDF. We also have it.
Yes.
Can I just say something, please?
Are you a Muslim?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been a Muslim?
I was born a Muslim.
Okay. Is any of these allowed in Islam? Child marriage, sex slavery, eating pork, wife beating. Which one of these are not permitted in Islam?
Well, so let me ask you a question in return. Can I do that or not?
Do you think that would be fair to answer a question with a question?
Unfortunately, I'm sorry you can't.
Just entertain me for 1 second. Can you entertain it for 1 second, please?
Brother,
Send me a money gun.
Unfortunately, you can't answer a question with a question.
Because this is a loaded question, so I want to expand it a little bit. Can I do that?
No, that's
You
gaslight.
can expand.
All right, let's expand then. Okay, so everyone here is against child marriage, sex slavery, eating, well, wife beating, not about eating pork, right? So I don't think your problem is with Islam then. I think your problem is with all of the Abrahamic faiths, because the Torah, the Bible, and the Quran have all of this. So it's Islamophobic to pick on one particular religion. If indeed you have a problem with all of this, then it needs to apply across the board to be fair. Don't you think?
We agree with you.
When we talk, yeah, we
Oh,
are
okay, that's good. Then that's great. So the point is, you agree with me that when Isaac married Rebecca, who $25.
Thank you very much. So let's get down to it.
Wonderful. Deuteronomy 25:25 states, when people have a dispute, they are to take it to court and their judges would decide the case, acquitting the innocent and condemning the guilty. If the guilty person deserves to be beaten, then the judge shall make them lie down and have them flogged in his presence with the number of lashes the crime deserves. But the judge
Can I ask
I don't
in the
think there's a
meanwhile?
Deuteronomy 25:25 in
All
the
right, try
Bible.
Genesis
Let me
25.
check again. Called him Esau.
Hold on a minute. I'm going to have to look it up as well, because basically it is there on one of those verses. I'm telling you for a fact, I'm going to have to look this up myself.
Take your time. Take your time. Mute your mic, and I'm waiting for the verse. Please do not leave without providing the verse. Thank you.
And the reason why I said give us the verse is because there's nowhere in the Bible where it says Rebecca was 3 years old. You said she was from 3 to 5. So you have to give us
3
that
to
Bible
10,
verse.
he said.
Yeah, 3 to 10. You have to give us the Bible verse, because I don't think there's any verse in the Bible that says how old Rebecca was. But you have in your hadith.
I'm very
that
curious
says,
why he is coming with a different verse of a different religion, which is based on his religion. So I'm very curious what he is trying to do, because if you ask something and you want to answer with a question, that's psychologically gaslighting. So I think that this is gaslighting, but we will see.
And any books that commands child marriage, we are against it. So if it says it in the Bible, we're gonna trash it. If it says it in the Quran, we're gonna trash it. And if it says it in the Torah, we trash it all, because altogether we do not support child marriage. I don't care what religion it is. We trash it all. But I've been waiting for this day. You Christians, you should be thanking me right now. All the Christians, you should put W host in the comment section, because now I want to go, because this claim gets made a lot. Even when we're not discussing Christianity, they do a lot. So now today I'm collecting evidence for you guys. Okay, let's go.
I find it. How you doing, host?
Hey, Garvey.
I find it interesting that people would quote something that they have no idea about, because he came up here so confident that it was Deuteronomy 25:25, and then when it was looked at, it wasn't there. Then he said Genesis 25:25. Then when it was looked at, it wasn't there. And this, to me, kind of encompasses the psychology around this thing. It's like these people are so confident in their ignorance, and it's actually crazy to me.
Gaslighting, what he tries to do. He wants to give examples from Judaism and Christianity to make his prophet okay. That and now if he finds a proof of it, he will say, "But why are you not saying about Christianity and Judaism?" It's like, I want to,
guys,
unlike you,
like,
but my neighbor did. My neighbor did it too, so I'm okay. This is what gaslighting means. That's why
it's whataboutism. Whataboutism. Oh, but they do it too. So does that make it okay? It still doesn't make it okay. We are against all forms of child marriage, whether it's Judaism that says it, whether it's even some of you will say in Africa they do this. We are against it all. Hence why we have people that are out there fighting. Recently in Nigeria, there was 100 orphans they wanted to marry off in your Islam, in these Islamic states, and we are against it. And even the person that tried to whistleblow about it, she got in trouble. So we are fighting against this right now. We don't care whether it's a God, respectfully, that says it. We're not bothered. It is wrong. Children should be allowed to be kids, because a lot of you guys also come up with the LGBTQ. You will say, oh, they're teaching kids this at school, but in your religion you've actually got a place where it's saying that you can consummate with somebody that's underage. So please, let's make it make sense.
Do you see how long he's just to find this verse if it exists? This is the craziness about being confident in ignorance. Something that I used to debate Muslims for years at a place called Speaker's Corner in London. I used to do it for years. And this is one of the things that I notice consistently. It is the confidence in ignorance and when challenged, most of them get violent and angry and start slandering and start going to ad hominems. It's really crazy. I'm not.
So it says here, and Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Pandanaram, the sister to Laban the Syrian.
Right. How old was she? It's on there.
It doesn't.
She was 3 to 10. It says it's 3 to 10.
Where?
Oh my goodness, it is there.
Okay. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel the Syrian of Pandaraman, the sister to Laban the Syrian. So where's Rebekah's age?
Let me read what I have.
Can you open your camera, please? I didn't know we're reading different Bible. This is King James.
This is anti-Christ Bible.
This is embarrassing.
It really is, because I don't know what he's heading at. And no, I know, because he wants to say this is also another religion. And yes, if it was in Hinduism or Buddhism, I will be against that too. Doesn't matter.
It's written, but I'm sorry, your Islam is specific on the age. It talks about consummation as well. It talks about how Aisha was sick. She had to be fed dates and cucumbers. Her hair was falling out. It talks about her playing with dolls, although dolls and images in Islam are forbidden, but because she was a child, let's focus on my topic, because this is not making sense. It's not making sense.
It's really gaslighting, sister. This is gaslighting. And psychologically, we will say this is narcissistic behavior. So when someone can do it, I can do it too. Why? Because the other one did it. This is what
They did it. I can do it. Two wrongs don't make a right. So we don't care what book it's in. We're against.
You couldn't use that in court, in a court of law. Do you know that? Yo, judge, he murdered the guy too. I shouldn't get a sentence. He murdered another guy. Yeah, but you murdered, so it doesn't matter. You get a sentence of life in prison. And the fact that people use that is so childish. It's crazy.
Right, can I just come in here then? One more second. In the reason why in the biblical era, in the Quranic era...
Mr. J, can you show us Rebecca being 3?
Well, at the time, she would have been between 3 and 10.
Yeah, show us how you've done the calculation. Give us a Bible scholar. I don't know, whoever you want to bring. Go ahead. You can't just come and make a claim. Now I'm holding you to that claim.
Well, because it's in Genesis. It's in. I don't know what Bible you have. Perhaps I've got another Bible.
Okay, open your camera. Open your.
I'm telling you, I'm not lying to you. I promise you.
Read what your Bible says and tell us the version of the Bible it is. Peace Lobby, please stay muted. Your background's noisy. So J-Cell, read your Bible and tell us what version it is so I can get the same version up. Amashana.
They said they wouldn't give their own daughter to a 50-year-old man to be penetrated, but it was okay when he did it. Then you tell them, okay, cool. Your religion says that Muhammad's moral example is the best example for all mankind.
That's clearly because he never did it, right? Because you didn't.
And so, hang on. And so, if it's the best example for all mankind for all times, that means it's applicable now. That means it's applicable in 1755. 55. And it's like, what I've noticed is that comprehension is a detriment to these people. They don't have very good comprehension. A lot of them don't have very good comprehension.
You know what the thing is also, bro? Like, I come from a Muslim family, and no woman would agree like having multiple wives of her husband. So it's true what you're saying.
Hold on. Can I just say something, guys?
Give us the reference of Rebecca being 3. I'm waiting on. I beg.
Okay.
Amashana, you go bright. So let's tap the screen, guys. Thank you so much. We've got into 100K, but that doesn't mean stop tapping. Peace Lobby, I dropped you because you were interrupting and you were being quite disrespectful. Do you see what I mean? So if you can come up and behave yourself, fine. But if you're going to do that, then just tap in the comment section.
Bola, can you hear me?
I can prove Rebecca was 3.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. If you can prove it to us, so what's the verse? Don't tell us what you think. Give us the Bible verse where it specifically says she was 3. What's the Bible verse?
I just just want to see it. Like I'm not disagreeing. I would like to see it because I hear it from Muslims a lot, and till today, I don't know whether it doesn't even have to be in the Bible. I'd love to see it so that when Christians come up here as well and say child marriage isn't done, I will show them that, and I will say yes, you will do it.
Don't say it cannot be outside of the Bible. It must be in the Bible. In the Bible, it must the Torah, the New Testament, what does give us from the Bible.
That's true. They don't have hadith and stuff like that. Thank you for the gift, Cinnabon.
I put it on the comment.
They use arguments, right?
What's the verse? What's the verse?
It is Talmud.
Talmud?
Basically, I mean, there's a calculation. Hello.
Yeah.
There's a calculation in regards to how old she would have been. There's not a direct quote, but there's a calculation.
You said it's in the Bible, bro.
You said it's in the Bible.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I said
it's in the Bible.
I said it's in the Bible, but that was my mistake. My mistake was to think it was quoted directly. But there's a calculation in regards to the indication of her age.
So JSL, give us the calculation. How did you come to terms with that? What's the calculation?
Have you heard of the okay?
Okay.
Put it up, brother. Come on, camera. Let's and share your screen with us. Come on.
He's not got camera access, I don't think. It's not. Yeah, it says he doesn't have access.
In the comment. I put a reference in the
What's a Talmud?
Yeah, it is.
The Talmud.
He said Bible. He said Bible. He gave us Deuteronomy. He gave us Genesis.
Can I explain?
Yeah, what's a Talmud?
It is easy calculation. When she was born, when the marriage.
Brother, we want from the Bible.
Even according to
calculation. Brother. Give us from the Bible. It says she was brother. Do
you know what is Talmud?
Do you have a Bible verse that says she was 3?
Yeah. Do you know what is Talmud?
What's Talmud?
Talmud is the commentary. I put it on the comments.
Is that Rebecca?
Yes, because it is like because Rebecca got married at 3. I can give you Rashi also.
Brother,
these people are low IQ. I'm so sorry.
Can you look it up? What I bring? Look it up. You will say it. Just look it up.
Oh man.
Can I say something?
Just look it up. I'm not lying. I put it on the comments.
Shoulders. She went. Give me some young maiden. Please give me some water for me and my donkeys. And Rebecca, she went. She gave the donkeys to drink, right? And then he saw how kind she was, and said, "Oh, would you like to be the wife of my master or whatever?" That's how the story went. Can you imagine a 3-year-old with the jug on her shoulder and the master, the servant going to the 3-year-old, please, handmaiden, can you give me water to drink? I mean, go and read the story. You see the actions. That could not have been a 3-year-old. You people need to stop.
Can you prove? It happened right after or before?
You need to stop. You need to stop trying to justify.
Can you prove?
You need to stop. You need to stop trying to justify a pedo prophet.
Rebecca was 3, according to Rabbi Rashi.
Who is Rabbi Rashi?
Who is Rabbi
Rashi?
Commentary of the Old Testament. It is a Jewish
rabbi. The rabbi is not a Christian, is he?
But it is their scripture.
No, but that's a Christian.
Yeah, but your scripture also says Jesus is a prophet, and Christian says Jesus is God or whatever. So these are Abrahamic religion. All the characters are connected one way or another, just different roles.
We are going elsewhere.
We're going off topic.
Yeah, brother, give us from that Talmud where he says that Rebecca was 3 years old. Give us that read to us right now.
The thing is, they keep bringing Christian arguments to people who don't care, because they can only debate in one way. They're trained to debate Christians. Okay, that's what it is. And so they bring these arguments like, yeah, but Rebecca, and it's like, brother, I don't care about Rebecca. I'm not a Christian, so it doesn't matter if you talk to me about Rebecca. It's not a Yahoo moment because you got something over me. If she was 3, then I condemn that too, because like you said, it's not good to have sex with children. So, but they don't understand that they can't bring any other argument except for the ones that they've been.
They can bring an argument. They can.
You can't bring an argument, bro. Listen, you came to this argument. Hang on, sorry. You came to this argument talking about Deuteronomy 20:25, Genesis 20:25, and you were so confident in your ignorance, right? And you got found out to be lying. So you, with that much vim, shouldn't really be speaking with that much bass in your voice.
No, basically,
this is no. But hang on. You are not on a platform debating. You are not on a platform debating rabbis. You're not here debating Christians. You are not here debating Jews, right?
Right.
So why on earth are you talking about what is her name, Rebecca?
Right.
What's that got to do with the questions that you asked over here?
I already give my reference.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Layman, please wait a minute.
Which one of these is not allowed in Islam? Nobody asked you what is found in the other religions. That's not what was asked of you. So
okay,
this is
then. Can I just come in here for one moment, please?
This is a deflection. Listen, please. Are you debating believers of the Bible?
I didn't know that. I thought I was. My apologies if I'm not. So my apologies. I didn't know. I made an assumption that you were hardcore Bible people, but I didn't know that. My apologies. Hey, I made a mistake. It's an honest mistake.
Astaghfirullah.
It's because we're black now. That's what it is.
No, it's not because of that. I mean, it's not. It has nothing to do with that.
Anyways, let's get on with the topic. Which one of these are not allowed in Islam? Now that you know, we don't give a trash about none of these books. So which one? Let Islam stand for itself. Now you know you guys say Islam is the truth, the best religion. So which one of these aren't allowed in Islam?
Can I go by one?
Sure.
Right. So the issue of Aisha getting married to Prophet Muhammad.
I didn't mention Aisha. I mentioned child marriage because I'm going to give you a verse in the Quran. Forget the Hadith. Forget Aisha for now. I'm not talking about Aisha. Is child marriage permitted in Islam? Yes or no?
Define child. No, seriously, define what is a child. I know it's tiring. I know it's cumbersome. I know it's tiring. I know it's cumbersome. But
I'm exhausted. Guys,
I know you're exhausted, but you're going to have to define it. We're in a conversation, yeah? Define child.
Is saying literally in your Quran that you can define a child that a little girl, if she has her period, which means that she is mature enough to marry or not. So if you want me to define a child from your religion, that's a child or not. And if you want me to define in ages, a child is till 18 years old. Even if it's in the puberty, it's still a child, because scientifically, psychologically, the brain is not done developing. So there you go.
Right. Now, the point is, once you define a child in that way, so some countries like in Europe will define
Mr. J, let's not do the
yes.
whataboutism. You see, right now you're talking about countries. We're talking about Islam. Is child marriage permissible in Islam? Okay, you want me to give you an example? Okay, in Islam, Mr. J, are you permitted to marry a 5-year-old?
Not in the modern era.
Show me anywhere in the Quran where it says you can't do it
wait.
in
You
the
don't
modern
understand
era.
the context. You don't understand context. Can I give you context?
Show me anywhere in the Quran where it says that in this modern day you can't marry a child.
I need to give you context because these questions are putting me in a corner. Can I give you context, please? Please. Entertain this for one moment.
Put you in a corner, my brother.
No, 1 second. Entertain this conversation, can you please? Right.
Go ahead.
So now, okay. Now, back in the 6th century, the average life expectancy for human beings was about 40. And as a result of this, children were getting married off. There were 9-year-olds, 8-year-olds. Now, in the era of modern science and technology, you don't have to be so quick in marrying people off. You can wait another 10 years. Hell, you can wait another 20 years. So basically, you can't judge their situation and today's situation. It's a bit different. You see, if you were to time travel with me back to the 6th century, and I were to tell the people in the 6th century, 1 second, please, 1 second.
It's all right. It's all right. Let him finish. Please round up.
Time travel.
No, let me give you a timer because you have 1 minute to round up.
All right, round up. So if I were to travel back to, say, the 6th century, and I were to tell the people in the 6th century, look, we have gay and lesbian marriages, we have transgenderism, they would be sickened to the core. When I come forward to the 21st century and I say, oh, look, back in those days, in the biblical era, in the Quranic era, people were marrying children, we're sickened to the core. So basically, we have the argumentative fallacy of presentism. So we will judge what happened in the past based upon our present standards. And I think that is somewhat unfair. So back in those days, in the 6th century, if people are dying out at 40, then I could see the logic of people getting married at 9, 8, and 11 and 12. Not ideal, but what can you do? But in the 21st century, where there's the advances of modern technology, no, you don't need to do that anymore. You can wait another 20. You can wait until you're 20. You can wait until you're about 30. And
Mr. J, that's your time. So does that mean Islam is expired and these books no longer have any relevance to us today?
No, you see, Islam actually, what it does is it has principles. And
no. That's not my question, please, because you made a statement that, oh, back then you called it a presentism. Fine, okay, cool, no problem. So I'm simply asking you a question. Does the Quran have an expiry date? Is it only for a specific time and date only, or is the Quran for all times and all places?
All times and all places.
Thank you very much. Which means child marriage will still be allowed in Islam. And we're going to get into the verse, chapter 65, verse 4. Do you accept the tafsir of Ibn Abbas, Ibn Kathir, Jalalain, and all these other fellow mufassirs? So let's look at what they have to say about chapter 65, 4. If you turn your Quran into chapter 65, 4, it is talking about an iddah. It's al-talaq. The whole verse is about divorce. And over here, it mentions 3 categories of females. It mentions those that are no longer menstruating because of old age. It talks about those that have not yet reached the years of menstruation because of young age. And it talks about those that are pregnant. So I'm just going to read out what Ibn Abbas has to say and the interpretation for the verse. So it says, and for such of your women as despair of menstruation because of old age, if you doubt about their waiting period, their waiting period shall be 3 months, which is called an iddah. Upon which another man asks, O Messenger of Allah, what about the waiting period of those who do not have menstruation because they are too young? Along with those who have it not because of young age, their waiting period is 3 months. Mr. J, my simple question here is, who are those that are too young to have a menstruation?
I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know.
You see, the thing about this is that you actually do know. And the thing is,
all right, let me take a guess. Can I take a guess then? Let me take a guess. Let me take a guess. Can I take a guess?
Okay, Garvey, 1 second. He's gonna take a. Let's have a guess. Oh, okay. Who are those? I'm gonna rephrase my question to you. So I'm gonna read it out again, so you know that this is not me just speaking out of my nyash. You understand? So another man asked, "O Messenger of Allah, what about the waiting period?" And remember, in Islam, an iddah is only necessary if consummation has happened. If you have not touched a woman, you don't need a waiting period because there's no chance of pregnancy. But if you've touched her, then that's when this is required. So every single category of females that I'm talking about here, they have had sex. Okay. So now it says, "O Messenger of Allah, what about the waiting period of those who do not have menstruation because they are too young? Along with those who have it not because of young age, their waiting period is 3 months." So my simple question to you, Mr. J, once again is, who are those that are too young? According to this tafsir, who are those that are too young to have a menstruation? They've never bled.
Okay, now I'm going to take a guess. Here goes.
Okay, make sure you wow me. Wait. Before you do it, let's do a drum roll.
Wait a second.
All right.
I have something to say after he has done guessing.
Okay.
Right, let me guess.
Take a guess.
All right. My guess is this. Girls are menstruating at, when girls become
Jay, if you say you're gonna guess, then you don't need to give a story, okay? I'm gonna ask you my question again.
That's my guess, isn't it?
I'm gonna answer look, it's a one-word answer. You can say those are dogs.
The guess is not a one-word answer.
In this context, it is.
Can I speak, please?
I'm gonna ask you once more, and I'll shut up. And please, can you not waste time and monologue?
I'll be quick.
Who are those that are too young to have a menstruation?
Right. That would be dependent upon the individual, because different individuals will mature at different ages. Some will mature at 10, at 9, at 11, at 12, at 14. So depending upon when the specific individual actually matures is the age. So it could be 14,
Mr. J,
it could be 14,
Mr. J,
it could be 12, it could be 11. That's science.
Mr. J, Afro, you know what's annoying here? What's annoying here is that the tafsir has already given us an explanation to the reason why they are not menstruating. It says, what about the waiting period of those who do not have menstruation because they are too young? Keyword, too young. So, Mr. J, one last attempt. Who are those that are too young to have a menstruation?
What does it say in the actual tafsir? What does it say in the tafsir? Does it say 10?
You know what? I'm going to let someone else speak. You're wasting my time.
Say exactly?
You're wasting my time.
I'm not wasting your time at all.
I don't like my time being wasted. You're wasting my time. Go ahead, Afro.
Ask me the same question, please.
Afro, who are those that are too young to have a menstruation?
Children, young girls, young.
Spirituality.
How old are they?
Mr. J, it's not your question now. Spirituality. Who are those that are too young to have a menstruation?
Children, little girls.
Mr. Garvey, who are those that are too young to have a menstruation?
Little children.
Damochi, who are those that are too young to have a menstruation?
Kids, little girls.
Thank you. Mr. J, who are those that are too young to have a menstruation?
It's little girls.
Thank you.
But what's the age? Age? Does it say an age? Does it specify an age?
No,
Does it
but
specify an age?
Jay, for you.
Does it specify an age?
But
Age. What's the age? Is it 12? Is it 10?
Jay,
Is
you
it
were the
11?
one.
Is it 14?
Jay, you were the one that said 10-year-old is mature. You said 10-year-old mature. I heard.
No, I never.
Yes, you did.
I said for
Just
some.
now.
I said for some 10
Yes.
is mature. For some
That's
it's
exactly
14.
what you
For
said.
some
That's
it's 12.
exactly
That
what you
is
said.
science.
Afro is not lying.
Science.
You said for some 10-year-old is mature.
For some, yes.
Who
Not
are
for
these
all.
people? Okay, who are the people that reckon a 10-year-old is mature? Who are
If
these
you
people?
look, if you do a bit of science and biological research, you will find that some are maturing
I am
at 4.
scientist. Come as with science to me. Ask away. If I ask you, based on what you said, quote it. Some are matured on 10 years old. What do you mean by maturizing on 10 years old? By maturizing on 10 years old? You mean the period, right?
You know,
Guys,
the youngest, can I just say, the youngest
Guys,
mother
I've
in
got
the
the
world.
perfect
Me.
answer.
Don't gaslight me. You're gaslighting all the time. Answer me. You mean by maturizing that she has on her 10 years old, when she was 10 years old, that she menstruated, right? That is how you base the maturizing.
Can I answer, please?
Yes or no?
I've got the perfect answer.
Mm-hmm.
That you had you could do so.
Oh, Gary, please. That's literally what Jay sounded like, though.
Can I just say something towards something what Jay said earlier on? Jay was talking about the presentism fallacy, and so he was trying to say that those people who lived back in those days, if they learned that today they're gay people, they're trans people, that they would be alarmed, right? Because the way we are alarmed by how they were marrying young, they would be. But what Jay fails to understand is back in those days, there were gay people as well. Back in those days, there were people.
But they were burnt at a stake.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Your prophet said, when you see a man walking like a woman, don't bother them. They are how Allah made them. You cannot even harm them. But what do you religious people do?
You harm them.
You burn them.
You
harm them.
So that's
not true.
Back in those days, there were gay people. Not only were there gay people, there were trans people. There were cross dressers.
No way.
Absolutely.
Not in Arabia. Not in 6th century Arabia.
Muhammad used to wear Aisha's garment. It's in your hadith.
And also he wear eyeliner. So he was a cross dresser. If he would live right now, and he was a Gen Z, yeah, he would be as a trans or he would be a non-binary man. So
that's
get
not
your
correct.
facts, mister.
That's not correct.
Also, no.
That's not correct.
That is assuming that you know all about the sexuality of people in antiquity. You don't know that. You do not know that.
No, back in those days, I mean, it was condemnable, and it was not acceptable in those days. It wasn't.
What was not acceptable?
You know, all this concept of homosexuality, in the 6th century Arabia, there was no such thing as homosexuality. Give me a reference where that existed. That never existed. It was underground. It was underground.
Okay. Be truthful with yourself. Right? No. But hold on. Even if it was not allowed, it was banned. Are you saying that people did not do it in their bedrooms?
Yeah, they probably did it undercover underground, but it was reprehensible and bad. But they probably do underground. Yeah, probably.
Nope.
I mean,
there was even a prophet which is mentioned in the Quran.
Even now, all the sins that are in your religion, the ones that you all consider sin, do people still go ahead and do them or not?
those things are done, which of course is wrong, and it's a violation of the Islamic faith. Yeah.
Yeah, but people still do it anyway.
Yeah, they shouldn't do it, but they're human beings, and they
Go
will do
ahead
these
and do
things.
it. Absolutely.
Which they shouldn't do. Which they shouldn't do. You know, people drink alcohol, people take drugs, and they shouldn't really do it.
So,
They
Mr.
did
J,
also back then because they were a human being.
guys.
Yes. So
1 second,
basically,
please.
God Almighty
Mr. J.
said, yeah.
So we've agreed that child marriage is permissible in Islam.
May I answer, please?
No, it's not permissible in Islam. What is permissible?
Okay, I think I'm gonna round up with you there because I'm actually trying to round up the live. I need to get ready. Like,
May I
it's
answer
getting
that
hot
before you go, please? May I answer?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Yeah,
Go
that's
ahead.
fine, Mr. J. Thank you so much for coming. You just contradicted
A
yourself.
quick question for the host. Are you voting?
May I answer, please?
No, I forgot.
Yeah, you can.
Can I do
vote.
it later? Can I do it tomorrow?
9 p.m. Come on, girl. It's till 9 p.m.
Can I do it online?
I'm on my way. Come on, girl. I'm on my way there now.
So
I guess it's not happening this year, though.
Can I clarify that verse for you? The Surah Talaq, the 65, the chapter that you mentioned about the child marriage?
Sure.
So there's nowhere in that verse that says child. You inserted that. It says, "O Prophet, instruct the believer." So he's talking about women. He's not talking about kids. It says, when you intended to divorce women. So the context is very important on that verse. You cannot change women with the girl.
Can you read it for us, please?
Yes. O Prophet instructed the believers when you intended to divorce women. So the verse is talking about women. To divorce them with concern to their waiting period and count it accurately and fear Allah your Lord and do not force them out of their homes. Who? Women. Nor should they leave unless they commit a blatant misconduct. There are limits set by Allah, and whoever transgress Allah limits.
Can you read what's on the screen, please? Is what I'm asking. This is the tafsir by Ibn Abbas.
I'm talking about Quran. I don't follow hadith. I follow Quran.
This is not hadith. This is tafsir.
Yeah, tafsir is tafsir by different people.
Okay, so if you're a
Quranist,
then I'm sorry, I can't take just your interpretation. So thank you for coming up. Please, Quranist, refrain from requesting on my live stream. Your Quranist issues, I think you're gonna have to take that to your fellow Islamic people. You understand? Because none of you can stand in front of your mosque and shout that you're a Quranist without anything happening to you. So please, let's just Quranists, don't request on my live stream, because if that was me bringing up a verse, because the verse you gave me, for the fact that you don't use tafsir, I can also give you my own interpretation. And then you're going to say what? You're going to say, no, you're wrong. Why should I accept yours? If you're not going to go according to what the scholars have said, please don't request. Thank you. So guys, I'm going to have to round up. Anybody
Bola,
any final words?
Bola, before you go, please. I wanted to ask
Yes.
that guy. Yes, I wanted to ask that guy that was talking about the age. Can he tell us about the age of the old lady that they will not see their period anymore? Since he said the age for the youngest, oh no, that the age is not talking about whether they're young. Please, can he tell us the age of the old ladies that they will not have their period anymore? Maybe that will
They can immediately say that it's old woman. They all can answer that. They
You don't argue that part. They don't argue that part. Have you noticed?
Yeah,
they've never argued that part.
Yeah, but they don't know the age that the old lady, she's not gonna have a period anymore. It doesn't say whether 50, 40, so it can be any age. According, if you get my point, it can be any age. The same applies to the babies.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so they should bring the same age and tell us, oh, okay, yeah, you will not see your period when you get to 30. Oh, they didn't see their period anymore when they get to 10 or when they get to 70. They're just crazy anyway. That lady, that guy is just, I don't know. Bola, thank you so much for giving me opportunity.
Thank you, Africans. Guys, any final words? Because I'm gonna round up. I need to get myself ready.
My final words are: when you have these conversations, you must be mindful that you're dealing with the people who think consanguinity is normal. Consanguinity is common. And a lot of them are results of marrying their own family, and that is known to degenerate the minds to some degree. So we have to understand that a lot of these people are probably mentally challenged people, but that sounds a little bit controversial, but it's actually a little bit true, which is why you find yourself battling with people who you kind of think, hang on, there's something not connecting here. Their comprehension is a little bit low. They're not understanding certain things. It's probably because they're results of cousin marriages. Just
marrying the first cousins, yeah, which is in Islam, it's in the Quran. We know where it is.
Correct.
So, yeah. It's so sad. But thank you, Garvey. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being on the platform. Spirituality, you wanted to say something? Any last words?
No, I think I said enough. I have to only that woman cannot understand. I have to really process this. And yes, they are mentally challenged in a way. There is no critical thinking anymore left. That's why they are mentally challenged, because they cannot activate that. But thank you for having me, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much. And for the one calling me dickhead in the comment section, look, your insults don't matter to me. In fact, actually, I love it when you guys insult me. You know why? Because it proves that there's something to hide. I think if you're not able to have a proper conversation without insults, it means there's something to hide. So, guys, this is day 3 of this particular topic. And sadly, all these things, apart from eating pork, even with the eating pork, there's a standard to it. It is pretty much permitted in Islam. Peace Lobby, I dropped you because you're a Quranist, so you have no right to come and tell me something that we've both read in English, because you don't adhere to the tafsir, you don't adhere to the hadith, you understand? So you got no right. Andrea said, keep shaking your butt. I will shake my butt every single day. Every single day I'm twerking. And that's why I can't be a Muslim, because Islam doesn't permit you to listen to certain music and shake your bum bum. But guess what? I'm an African. It's in my blood to dance. Islam is a bully of other people's culture and their tradition. So from now to the end of time, I am going to keep shaking my bubble butt. Bubble, bubble, bubble butt. Bubble butt. Bubble, bubble, bubble butt. Bubble butt. Bubble, bubble, bubble butt. I'm going to keep shaking it. So that's never going to stop. There's nothing you can do about it. So thank you so much, guys. And I appreciate every single one of you. And thank you for the likes as well. That was absolutely amazing. I'm not going to be live tomorrow or the next day. So I will resume back on, today's what, Thursday? Let's say most likely Saturday evening. Somebody said, what's your faith? I don't have any faith. I think faith is the most useless tool, in my own opinion, because, some Christians will tell you, you need faith and action. No, I need action only. I don't have faith. There's no heaven. There's no hell. There's no life after death. That's a contradiction on its own, because the opposite of life is death. You can't say there's life after death. That's like saying somebody is a married bachelor. It's a contradiction on its own. Do you see what I mean? Kufar lady, yes, I'm so proud. I'm a Kufar, full-time Kufar. Mondays to Friday, we are open, 24 hours, baby. I would rather be a Kufar than follow books that poses harm to my fellow human beings, because there's no benefit in child marriage. There's no benefit in sex slavery. And as the kuffar that I am, I wouldn't commit these acts. What's the point of life then? Well, nobody was asked to be here. When your parents were doing the shaku shaku dance, they didn't ask you whether you want to be here. So you create your own objectives and your purpose in your life. For yes, I still say Kwasia. Yes, Kwasia Sem. You're a heathen who is following Satan. You see, the thing is, once I say I don't believe in God, you guys think I believe in Satan. No, they are both fictional character. It's like Batman and his nemesis. And have you noticed with Abrahamic religion, it's like a Tom and Jerry thing. That's why both Muslims and Christians, they spend most of their life defeating Shaitan. In Islam, they go and stone Shaitan on the wall. In Christianity, they are up doing midnight cry at 12 p.m. Satan, Satan. It's like Tom and Jerry. Guess what? Both characters can never die, because if both characters die, the show is over. And that's exactly the concept of God and Satan. Oh, shut up, bruh. I'm not going to shut up. Actually, you know what? I think one day I'm just gonna have a live reading comments. It's quite nice. You address people quickly, nice and fast. You follow your desires. You're deceived. No, I'm not deceived. I just don't want a religion that commands child marriage and sex slavery and domestic violence. So if that makes me misled and I'm consumed by my desire, yes, I am absolutely happy like that. I've been a kuffar for the last 9 years. I don't worship. I don't pray to anything. Let me tell you, you guys have shown up here many times without numbers that there's no objective benefit for you guys believing in a God. Fear Allah. I don't fear Allah. Allah doesn't exist to me. Allah is a figment of your imagination. Hence why all your gods are talking through a book. Since Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam unalived, Allah has stopped talking. Le bâton, just like that. So it's a figment of your imagination. There's many reasons to believe. I don't believe, Mr. Andrea. I'm somebody that seeks knowledge. When I seek knowledge, I can practicalize the knowledge, I can test the knowledge, I can tell you how to achieve it. When you believe